My name is Frederica Cypress, and I am a student at Liberty University. I'm working toward my master's degree in human services counseling with a focus in executive leadership. Today, I'm here to talk to you about interpersonal communication. And the main topics that will be discussed in my brief presentation will be my overarching goals, my behavioral blend and background, communication barriers, resources and strategies, my action plan, and my conclusion. So I'll start with my overarching goal, and I have a few. My overarching career goal is to be an executive leader in the human services counseling field. My life goal is to be an author and a speaker. And these are important to me because, for one, I love helping people. I enjoy just helping people get the resources they need, and I want to empower them. I want to inspire them, motivate them, and encourage them, and just give them the assistance that they need while bringing knowledge to them that they may not be aware of. As far as my life goal with being an author and speaking, I have realized that I can communicate with people and reach people not just orally, but through writing as well. So I love to write. I've always enjoyed writing, and I just figured I could combine that into doing something that I love and helping people at the same time, which is pretty much what my heart's desire is. And of course, interpersonal communication plays a big part in that because I need to be able to effectively speak to people, and I need to be able to effectively write my thoughts down and get my point across through writing as well, and connect with people through writing as well. I've read plenty of books where I felt like I connected with the characters in the book or the author who wrote the book. And so that's my desire, just to be able to connect with people, to be vulnerable and transparent, whether I'm speaking to them orally or whether I'm writing in a book. So my behavioral blend and background play a big part in this. When I did my Uniquely You assessment, I found out that I have strong people skills, that I engage well with people. I'm outgoing, I'm observant. I don't have to be in charge. I don't mind being in the background. And I'm not a very dominant or demanding person. So those skills were very valuable for me to have, and they will help me, go a long way in reaching my goals. So, also, while doing my Uniquely You profile, I found out about my communication barriers and things that can hinder me, and some characteristics that are not so positive and things that I need to work on. And one of them is that I'm critical and fault finding. I can sometimes turn people off because of that, and because of my opinions. Sometimes it's received in a negative way. Um, I have a compulsion to get my facts right, and these are things that can hinder me. It also said that I had some indecisiveness, so I need to work on being more decision driven. And another hindrance was that I didn't feel that people wanted me to take charge or spend time researching or giving facts and details, and that's something that I need to get away from, is that I need to do more research, more background work, focus more on the details, and then getting that information across in a non-critical and fault-finding way. So some other communication barriers was that, like I said, my indecisiveness. I need to be able to make decisions, and I guess stick with those decisions and not switch back and forth. So those were some of the things that I learned about myself that I felt were very useful, things that I need to work on, that I can improve upon to help my interpersonal communication be more effective and a lot stronger. So, some resources and strategies when people get involved with each other and they're talking and having conversations, when they listen in ways to maximize the personal or the potential for the personal in their communication, that's when interpersonal communication happens. So, our environment, our experiences, life situations, our spirituality, all those things come into play with how we communicate with people. Um, it would be beneficial for us to pinpoint or find out what those aspects or features are that can hinder us, as well as those characteristics that we excel in and that we do very well in, so we can build upon that as well. We don't just want to spend a lot of time focusing on our weak points. However, we do want to improve on those areas. Some other factors are our cultural differences, our surroundings, role definitions, simply the amount of time that we have available to be interpersonal or have interpersonal communication with people come into play. And so I just believe it would be in one's best interest, like I said, to find out what these influences are that affect us and then work on improving them and hopefully achieving a more effective communication process with the people that we share our lives with on a day-to-day basis. So my action plan was to put into action the hindrances that I found out about myself and to come up with a way to work on these difficulties or things that I struggle with. So I'm going to focus on being more positive for one, not seeing the negative side. I tend to play devil's advocate a lot because, yeah, life is great and it is positive, but I have to stop playing devil's advocate and always trying to find the negative or the bad in something and really just focus on the positive and finding a positive way to possibly bring out something that may not be as pleasant to hear. There's ways that you can say things that are negative in a positive way. So that's what I need to focus on, how I word things, how I'm communicating the negative points that I want to bring out, that I can still do it in a positive way. I also need to work on not being a people pleaser, not wanting people to always be happy with me and what I say or what I do or the results that I give, but to do it in the spirit of excellence just because, not because I'm trying to please people. But I do take pride in my work. I do want people to be happy, but I can't let that be my focus because a lot of times my happiness gets put on the back burner. And I also get taken advantage of when people realize that I'm a people pleaser and I just want to make them happy. So I need to spend more time researching on how to improve on my weaknesses. For example, like what can I do to work on my critical and fault finding behavior? I mean, it's easy to say, okay, I'm just not going to be critical. I'm not going to find fault. However, if this is a part of my life or a part of me based on my past experiences, my culture, my background, how I was raised, all these different things, then I have to find out what techniques are out there that are available to me other than just one result I found through my research is just to say positive things. Maybe start out the day with, today I'm gonna make it my business to say one positive thing. Tomorrow I'm gonna say two. The next day I'm gonna say three, and so forth until it just becomes a part of my everyday life, vocabulary, and routine, that I'm saying positive words and being positive, having a positive attitude, not finding fault with everything around me or what somebody says or what somebody does, to just make it my business not to do that. And focus on details and being more decisive. So when I'm doing, I guess, my work at my job or even my homework, my assignments, just to focus more on the details and being more decisive when it comes to decision making. I'm the person where I'm kind of like, I don't care, whatever you want to do is fine with me, but I need to be a person that cares about what's going on, what's being said, make a decision and stick to it. So implementing this plan, I know, is going to be a challenge because I don't focus on details and I don't care to do a whole lot of research. So that is going to be challenging for me, but I believe it's doable and something that I can manage. In my conclusion, I have a variety of both negative and positive experiences in my life. They do play into how I communicate with people interpersonally, but I'm going to find a way to not allow that to hinder me, and just really work on me and being the best me that I could be. And that means being vulnerable and transparent with people. And I generally can do that very well. I do like that during the study, I found out a lot of things about myself that I wasn't aware of, things that weren't so pleasant that I need to work on. And last but not least, as humans, we are always trying to interpret, figure out, and make sense of what's happening around us. And according to Stewart, communication is what identifies us. Well, it's my desire to help people maximize the potential of the personal in their communication, help them figure out what's going on around them so that they can be better communicators, more effective communicators, and have fun in the process. And I feel that I could do this both verbally and in written form. So that's my presentation for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.